Hello guys, this is my fun and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls PvP. Now this time I can actually say that we are really switching it up this time, because we are actually in the arena, which is part of the DLC. But yeah, we are in the arena doing a couple duels in the arena this time with my Leo build, which is the Leo ring is pretty OP in my opinion, because man, you'll just watch for yourself and see how powerful the Leo ring is. And I'm pretty sure you already watched some videos about it already, but in case you haven't, just watch. Especially when you catch someone in the stun lock with Leo, is over for your opponent. Well, for whoever has the Leo ring and they doing the stun locking, whoever gets stun lock is through. But for the Leo to work, it has to be a thrusting attack. Those attacks that I was doing with the long sword, the R2, with the two-hand R2, those were not benefited. I mean, those was not getting any benefit from the Leo, just because it wasn't a thrust attack type of motioning, right? But with this halberd that I use, you will definitely see the good damage, like right here. Like that's 658 for one hit. 2 hits did 1,000 plus, right? That's over half of his vitality. If he's only have 1700, yeah, that's over half of his vitality, and that's just 2 hits with the halberd, 2-handed hits. One hit did 658 on a counter with Leo. And this is a Balder side, side sword, and you seen right how much damage that did. That's just massive damage with counters. And a plus with me, like the way I use my Leo build, since I didn't make this build intentionally, like since I didn't make this build on purpose, my stats are a little bit messed up. I think I have like some weird stats. I show them in here a couple times, cause I press start before the match starts a couple times. But like right there, see how I stun locked them? That's 3 hits, did 1,100 damage. That's crazy. That's crazy. But like I was saying, yeah, since I really wasn't making this on purpose, the stats are kind of messed up. I think I got like 28 strength and like 36 dexterity. But still, I thought that since the stats are like that, since I used Leo, it really wouldn't matter as much, as long as I'm getting counter hits, I will get my damage correctly. But I still think that I need to remake a Leo build, just because I think it'll be better for it to be 40-40, just because I'm using the halberd and like those type of weapons and stuff. And the halberd, it has a better scaling in dexterity than strength, but they're both, I think it's like a D and a C, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But that'll be good for quality, because I've seen people with quality build with the halberd that hits for massive damage. But yeah, you see me doing a lot of menu swapping. This is actually a new thing for me. I'm actually learning how to menu swap weapons. In mid fight, you have to be pretty quick with that. And sometimes like you'll actually see me slip up, and like when I'm menu swapping, I'll accidentally like slip up and like make a mistake and switch my shield out by mistake. Yeah, and that sucks when it happens. It actually happened to me while I was in the fight club using this build. I had the halberd out. I tried to switch to the E stock, but I made a mistake and switched my shield out, and then I had to go back in the menu and switch back to my E-stock, and then I didn't have a shield, and so that happened. Like, me and the dude, like, we only had, like, 100 HP left, so the next hit was like gonna win. And so actually I wasn't, that was a nice parry he got on me right there. But actually, I wasn't able to get hit off because I was gonna do like the little poke behind the shield thing, but didn't have my shield out and he got me. But that was GG to that guy in the fight, but not this guy. But yeah, GG this guy too. I actually got him twice with the little poke behind the shield thing. I do that when I'm kind of close to danger, but I don't turtle. But yeah, got my revenge back. I got a nice little parry on him. He parried me like a couple seconds ago. And got him on the wake up on the second swing around with that. But yeah, he's not he's actually a pretty good katana user. He's not like any other katana users. Where as I can say, the kind of new players with the katana they get a nice little pair, but too bad the battle was complete. But yeah, like the newest player that play with like katanas, they think, of course the katana is very powerful, but they don't know how to use it. They think just like spam, but it's danger of getting parried, and that guy, he did a good job. But this is the fight. This is one of the fights in the arena that this particular battle right here really just annoyed me like so much, because this guy is like, he has a buffed katana and he has flip ring on, so that's invincibility frames right there. And I want you guys just to watch what his main engagement is. I just want you to watch. And this guy, he made me so mad, because I actually fought him before, not with the Leo build. I was using my soul level 100 build, and me and him was actually fighting. And that whole match, he only did one single thing. As you can see, he was trying to do it, but he wasn't able to get it off successfully that time. But his main engagement is to roll BS, and he may do the running R1, every once in a while. See, watch, he tries to roll BS but fails every time, just because I don't know how I avoided that, but I'm so happy that I did. But yeah, this guy, he tried to roll BS me then, but he got caught with the R2 of the with a two-handed R2 of the halberd, that's a very helpful move right there, because not only can it do dead angle, but on the wake up, it's perfect for the wake up hits, especially because like if you roll BS somebody, and then of course, like, well, this is what I think. If I roll BS somebody, when they get up, I think that they're gonna roll BS me back. But if you do the two-handed R2 and just turn, like when you press it and then on the wake up, like, you know how they roll BS, if you just hit R2, you will most likely catch them up, so they won't be able to roll BS you. But if their poise is stacked high enough, you'll probably just just like hit them, but they'll still be able to get it off. And you can see there, he finally got the roll BS off, which is and that's why I just I saw him standing there, I just BS'd him just because. And there he got another BS. I hate fighting people that's just their main engagement. Like, it makes the fight boring. Like, if you just gonna BS the whole time, I personally think like that's no skill. Like, if you just gonna BS the whole time, you have no skill at all. So right here, I'm just like, whatever, I show him no respect just because all he was trying to do was roll BS me. But moving on, and this right, man, this right here, laggy magic. That's all I can say. I hate it so much, just because. But this guy, he has no port. See, as I'm rushing in, see, I saw that he had pursuers. So with red touchstone activated, I'm like, you know, I gotta stay on this guy just because. But you know, me trying to stay up on him, I get hit with a dark bead. Like, come on, man. Like, it's crazy. You saw how much vitality that took out, and I really don't know how the hit got behind the shield, but I'm glad it did. I'm pretty lucky that it did. And you guys was kind of noticed how I start off with the halberd fighting, just because this is my this is the strongest weapon. And look at that. I was like 10 feet away from that, and I got hit by it somehow. It's just the Dark Souls lag. That's all it is. And this guy, he's not. I wouldn't call him a tryhard. Just be, oh my god, it took out so much vitality. So I just know that I gotta stay on him at all times. I get him with a good wake up, and because once that red tips don't get activated with him, and he just start using dark bead and pursuers, and you know, I'm gonna be in trouble. But this guy, I wouldn't consider him, you know, being a tryhard, just because, you know, it's not like he has like you know, like a buff, a power within, or like, you know, something like that. But he's not a tryhard. He's just one of those guys that likes to deal massive damage, you know, and like tries to end the fight quickly. And I just, you know, I personally think it's boring, because I like to see a good fight, you know, and everything. Well, never mind, he did buff his weapon, but I don't think that matters a lot, because you can see he really don't swing. Well, he really don't attack as much. He try to wait till I attack, but that fails. Get stun locked to death. I'm loving this Leo build, and I actually and I know it actually looked different from the first time I previewed it in PvPing with Negro / Synchronized. That's one of my uploads. The reason why I switched it up was because in another hit by laggy magic. Well, I personally don't think it hit me, but like I was saying, yeah, the reason why I switched it up, because in if you go back and watch the upload PvPing with Negro / Synchronized, you actually see that I was mid rolling. And I was thinking, like, a mid-rolling Leo build. I was like, I think fast rolling would be better. So I actually tried it. Which the cons of me doing that was I got lower defense, but you know, that's no problem. And I got lower pores. I got like 41 pores, I think. But yeah, moving on to this guy. This is no true Porcelian player. If he was, he would not be using that Hornet Ring. It would not just be BS fishing. But I got something for that, because after I saw him just BS fishing with the Hornet Ring, I was just like, you know what, dude? I'm stun locking you to death. But nah, not really. I just don't take it easy on you. You actually see, once I switched to this long sword, the reason why I switched to it, because I know that he only has 20 pores with that whole armor set on. And just watch how I just murder this guy. Like, he's not going nowhere, just because he shouldn't be BS fishing. And if he was smart enough, he would learn to put a wolf ring on. I thought that he would eventually put it on after I was stun locking him to death so many times, but we have another. He's just going for the roll BS. That's okay. I stun lock him to death again. I'm actually surprised he actually didn't try to do any like new type of engagement. Like, he didn't switch up anything. He still tries to just go for the BS, and that's it. He just relies on the Hornet Ring, and that's his biggest downfall right there. because you cannot just sit there and rely on one thing. You have to be an pretty much like all around type of player, just because if one tactic doesn't work, you gotta have another trick up your sleeve, like, right? Like, that's just the way I think it's supposed to be. Like, that's how I think is the correct way. Well, I'm not just gonna necessarily say the correct way. That's just the way that I play it, okay? Just because if I have one tactic, say if I roll, do a R1, step back, do a two-handed R2, they catch on to that. I want to be able to do like a parry, I like parries, do a BS or something like that. But you get what I'm saying. Just you can't just rely on one thing. You have to know how to do multiple things. Like, people with BS and people complain about getting caught in backstabs a lot. Just learn how to counter backstab. It's pretty easy. All you do is pull back on the analog and counter circle the way that they're going, and their back will just be in front of you. So that's what I kind of do that a lot. And you can see he kind of disappointed there. He kind of drops down to the ground. But still, GG to that guy. Yeah. But what was I? Yeah, we have another person in the porcelain armor. Well, that's how I pronounce the name. In case you didn't watch my first upload, that's just how I pronounce the name. I don't know if that's really how it's pronounced. That's just the way I do it. But yeah, this guy here, he doesn't I think he only has the 20 pours that come on the armor set, but he is actually more experienced than the last guy, and he's using the katana. Excuse me, but the way he's using it is effective, but he's kind of spamming it a little bit, and he will get punished for that, in a sec. And I kind of stunned him, and he's kind of quick on the toggle escape. If you saw right there, the guy's pretty quick. So he does have some experience with the PvP, but I get him with the poke behind the shield for the first death of the duel. Grass up and ready to go. But see right here, you see I only have a little vitality and I'm backing off. And so every time I back off, you see that he rolls and attack twice. So that's how I actually got that nice setup here right there. And actually learned that setting up pairs is the most effective way to punish someone, because they probably won't see it as in you trying to set them up. They'll probably just see it as in you're scared and running away, right? But actually it's not. You actually just send them up, and they won't even know, until it's too late, until they get paired. But when you're in the arena, you can't count on it twice, because what the experienced people will catch on. And you can see how I unlocked and turned around with the halberd and attack, and that is very effective. Once you learn the weapons, the attacks, and move set, you will be able to play with them unlocked and be able to track. Well, not necessarily track, pretty much time. And I got another nice little parry off on them. That's what you get for spamming R1 a little too much. Then I get a nice wake up hit, and that wake up hit does maybe like 600 plus, and so that's very useful and effective. And right here, he's still, as you can see, he still was spamming the R1, but I'm just stun locking him with the long sword, and that's about it for that. But GG's to that guy. It was a good fight, great fights, or great duels I had in the arena. But yeah, you guys. Well, before I leave out, well, cause this is the last clip, I just want to talk about this guy right here, just because this is, in my opinion, what a tryhard is in Dark Souls. And also, don't forget, I just got hit by I don't know what. You know, all the pursuers were gone, but my HP, well, my vitality just went down. But this is what I would like to call. Look at that. This is a tryhard, and this is what I call Dark Souls tryhard. Just because this guy has a pyromancy flame, faith, power within, and crown of dust. I think that's what it called. That's too much, right? That I just think that's like, look at that. That's crazy. This is in my opinion, a Dark Souls tryhard. But I'm not hating on him or anything. I mean, that's what he want to do. It's cool. It's cool with me because you know it's always a way to get around things. But still, I just think that he just tries too hard just to get a win, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, guys, I just want to leave out on that. This is the last clip. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later.